दिस इज़ मी अनीला खान। आज से कुछ दिन पहले इस्लामाबाद में एक कॉन्फ्रेंस मुनक्किद हुई थी SCO, जिसमें बहुत सारे ममालिक ने हिस्सा भी लिया था और बहुत सारे मसाइल पर बात भी की थी। आज उसी SCO यूथ फाउंडेशन के प्रेसिडेंट हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं, यूलिन वांग। उनसे बात करते हैं और जानते हैं कि इस कॉन्फ्रेंस का क्या मकसद था और इस फाउंडेशन का क्या मकसद है। अस्सलाम वालेकुम। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जस्ट टेल मी अबाउट हिज लाइफ एंड हिज पर्सनल एंड प्रोफेशनल लाइफ।
首先，请您就是简单的介绍一下您自己的一个个人的生活，还有你的职业的工作。
我是2年前毕业于莫斯科国际关系学院，然后呢，读的是国际政治、国际关系。然后呢，毕业以后呢，我就在世上合组织秘书处为基础，中国、俄罗斯世上合组织这27个成员国之间，徘徊工作。然后跟这些青年、跟政府建立关系，然后举办一些活动，然后呢就这么一个生活工作。
So about 2 years ago, I graduated from the Moscow International Relations University, and my major was international relations. And after graduation, I just started work for the Secretariat of SCO with the member states, about 27 countries. And I also established the relations with the young people and also the multiple governments, and also held a lot of activities and events.
What is the SCO Youth Foundation basic means?
那这个上合组织青年基金会它到底意味着什么呢？
它意味着一个新的青年的开始。因为呢上合组织的国家的青年，他们的意识形态在某种意义上来说还是对世界了解不够的。我成立的基础我可以简单讲一下，就是说呢，是在2024年的8月16日，在我赞助的这么一个中俄盟青年论坛上啊，我们当着500名来自中国、俄罗斯、非洲，总共20多个国家的学生面前，我倡议跟那个俄罗斯国家杜马议员、俄罗斯国际杜马议会青年主席维斯拉夫先生，就是说在秘书处上合组织秘书处成立这么一个基金会，然后用于支持中国青年、俄罗斯青年、上合组织成员国青年，同时建立上合组织青年高效的与全球的合作，跟联合国的合作。所以这么一个基础上，在8月16日我们倡议就成立这么一个基金会。
Okay, so basically it means like the new start for the young people. And as far as I know that the ideology about the young people for the SCO is like they don't know the whole world better enough. So on the August 16th, 2024, and on the China-Russia Alliance Youth Conference, I just announced this decision to establish this kind of foundation in front of 500 participants from China, Russia, and African countries, more than 20 countries. And I just proposed to the chairman of this alliance, Mr. Wisnav, to establish this kind of youth foundation so that I can support the young people from China, Russia, SCO, so that the young people from the SCO can establish the global cooperation and also the cooperation from the UN.
那我就想讲一下，就是我们在这个论坛上，我们给最优秀的这些就是举办方、组织者最优秀的30人颁发了感谢奖金并授予就是说青年大使。我们总共颁发了差不多有折合人民币60万嘛，然后呢，在这个基础上我们同时又在10月份举办赞助了乌干达国际青年节，然后又在赞比亚的国际多学科会议赞助这么一些活动，同时呢，我们也回到了莫斯科国际关系学院，为他们这些青年组织、青年俱乐部提供了一些支持和帮助，经济上的。
So based on this forum, and we granted this granted fund for 30 excellent organizers, and the amount is about 600,000 RMB. And in October, we also sponsored this Uganda International Youth Festival, as well as the Zambia International Multidisciplinary Conference. So that's and also after I go back to my university, which is the Moscow International Relations University, we sponsored the youth organizations as well as the youth clubs.
Okay. How does it feel to be in Pakistan, and is it your first visit or you have been there before?
然后您对此次来巴基斯坦感觉如何？这是您第一次来巴基斯坦吗？
是的，感觉是非常非常的棒，因为我遇到了跟我学生时期做同样事情的人，就是伊斯兰青年组织的主席哈马德先生，还有他的团队。我从他身上看到了我学生时期的我一模一样，所以说呢，给我很大很大的力量，因为我非常喜欢有才华的人，有既年轻又有为的人，又能影响很多人的人。所以说呢，虽然来这里是我一直想要来的，我没有想到是这样一个形式，出乎我的意料之外的。然后呢，我们非常感谢哈马德，我们一定要跟哈马德及其团队还有巴基斯坦政府保持一个长久稳定的一个合作关系，为我们的青年，中国巴基斯坦的青年，上合组织的青年，和上合组织和全球联合的这青年做出一些贡献。我准备好做这些贡献，所以今天我们也会见了一些国会议员，还有在野党的主席，我们也谈论了这个问题。我们会制定共同的方案，对吧？其实我们已经制定了一些方案，就比如说在我们以往的经验上，我们赞助活动、国际活动，我们支持奖学金，我们把最优秀的这些有才华的青年，巴基斯坦青年请到中国清华大学去留学啊，所有的费用我们来出，还有其他的一系列的一些，我觉得有很多很多的想法计划，这个还有我的顾问，他也会给我提供很多很多的想法。我觉得我们要一步一步来，然后做到最好，确实是实实在在为整个世界做出了一些青年的力量的贡献，为人类命运共同体做出了一些青年力量的贡献。
I'm very happy to be here. Actually, this is my first time to come to Pakistan, and I was very excited because I have met the person who is very much like me when I was in my university, and also met the president of the Islamic Youth Organization, Mr. Hamad, and also his team members. And because I think they have this kind of strength and energy, and also because I like talented people and also young people with a lot of influence. And I've always wanted to come to Pakistan, but I never expected to be like this kind of form, which was out of my expectation. So I would also like to thank Mr. Hamad and also his team. And also I wish to establish this long-lasting and stable cooperative relationships with the Pakistani government and the young people from both countries, and also the young people from the SCO and the whole world. I wish we can make contributions to that, and also I'm ready to do that. Just like today, we have met the parliament members and also the party leaders. We discussed a lot of issues, and also we have established the plans. Based on the previous experience, we sponsored some international activities, or sponsored a lot of scholarships. For example, we can ask or select the excellent Pakistani young people to go to China. For example, the top university, Tsinghua University, to continue their study. We have a lot of ideas and plans, and also I can ask for the ideas from my advisor, David. So I think we can do this step by step to make contributions to the whole world and to the young people, because we are all in this for this like a global future.
Okay, so as you said that is your first visit, so have you visited any places, any good places, or have you tried any food?
那既然这次是您第一次来巴基斯坦，那你有没有去过其他的地方，或者是尝一些巴基斯坦的美食等等之类的？
第一次来，今天中午就吃到了非常非常好的餐呀，吃到了各种各样的米饭呀、鸡腿呀，就各式各样的吧，我觉得非常好，非常好吃啊。就是当然就来了卡拉奇，当然我希望在未来呢可以以一个事件为基础，去伊斯兰堡或者去阿富汗也可以啊，因为这个我们的朋友已经建议我们访问阿富汗这样的，我们都会去，所以说我们很快会再回来，在3月份到4月份。
Actually, like this lunch, I have tried like very good Pakistani traditional food, like the rice and also the like drumstick, and also I think the food was like very delicious, very tasty. Right now, I've only been to this city, Karachi, and I hope that in the future I have the chance to go to Istanbul or even the Afghanistan, like based on one like international event. Also, I get this like advice or suggestion from the friends that he suggests us to go to Afghanistan and come back to Pakistan maybe in next March or April.
Okay, so this SCO Youth Foundation, how much it will be helpful for Pakistani people?
那作为就是咱们这个青年组织，大概能够帮助多少巴基斯坦的年轻人呢？
我觉得巴基斯坦是我们对中国、对上合组织最重视的国家之一，因为它也是上合组织的成员国之一。我们不能立马讲我们能帮多少人，我觉得我们以实际行为来做一些事情嘛，好吗？所以这一系列的合作，我们都跟哈马德、跟卡拉什的议会、跟这些，可能明天还有跟一个官员的会晤，可能我们就能确定下来。会有一个非常正式的新闻，在我们上合组织的新闻上，在我们的基金会的新闻上，在俄罗斯的新闻上，在中国的新闻上都会。就是说报道，然后这么一个结果，会晤结果，访问结果。
So Pakistan is like one of the most important countries for China and also for the SCO, because Pakistan is also one of the member states of the SCO. I cannot immediately tell you like how much young people we can help, but I think the actions like comes first is the top priority. But I will like cooperate with Mr. Hamad and also the Karachi like parliament tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna meet some like government officials in this city or in the next province of the next saint. So maybe like in the future we can like report the results of this kind of meetings from the perspective of SAO, SCORE Foundation or Russia, China.
上合组织青年基金会有一个宏伟的使命，那就是到2050年为全球10亿的青年提供财务支持与发展机会。所以说你刚才问我的问题，对巴基斯坦能做什么样的贡献，我觉得我们的目标，我们的理想，可能当然我们爱巴基斯坦，我觉得不只是巴基斯坦，全球有200多个国家，我们都希望建立关系，都希望可以帮到他。我希望哈马德也可以加入进来，巴基斯坦政府也可以加入进来。
So the SCORE Foundation has one ambitious goal, which is to provide the financial support and the development opportunities for 1 billion young people by 2050. So you just asked me about our contributions to Pakistan. I love Pakistan, but also it's not just Pakistan, because in the whole world we have like more than 200 countries. We hope we can like establish these relationships and also help them. So I hope Mr. Hamad and also the Pakistani government will join us.
When did you become a part of SEO and what was the reason to join this?
您是什么时候加入这个上合组织？然后您加入的这个组织，它的目的是什么？
我是毕业后的1年，我加入了上合组织青年理事会。然后，因为毕竟我是在俄罗斯长大的，然后呢，我是有这个俄语基础，对吧？所以说我就是一个中国俄罗斯的一个背景。中国俄罗斯又是上合组织的，可以说是最有影响力2个国家吧。所以说呢，是这么一个基础，然后这么一个背景，这么一个学业，所以说呢，让我选择了上合组织。
So I think the 1 year after my graduation, I worked for the SCO Youth Committee because I grew up in Russia and I can speak Russian. And also I think China and Russia are two most influential, important countries of SCO. So based on this kind of background or my study, I choose to work for SCO.
Okay. Any message do you like to give Pakistan youth?
然后你想给巴基斯坦的年轻人说些什么呢？
我觉得说些什么呢？我觉得说很多还不如我做点事情吧，对吧？我当然有很好的祝愿，我希望巴基斯坦的青年越来越有智慧，越来越有经验，就是能为自己的国家，能为国与国的睦邻友好，能为联合国世界的和平做出贡献。我倡议是可以的，但是我觉得只是倡议是不够的呀，我们得实实在在的给他们提供一些无论是经济支持还是各方面领域的支持，我们才能培养他们，让他们站起脚步，让他们成为说心里话青年领袖，青年组织的领袖，对吧？我们需要做一些工作的，现在我们只是倡议是不够的。
I think action speaks louder than the words. So I hope that Pakistani young people will have much more wisdom and more experience, so that they can make contributions to their own countries and also to the friendly relationships between China and Pakistan, also to the UN and also to the world peace. So proposal is definitely good, but I think that's not enough, because we can support them with economically and financially to cultivate more young Chinese leaders. So we have a lot of work to do.
What's the future plans with Pakistan and SCO youth organization?
他说，就是未来的话，巴基斯坦和上合组织未来的计划大概是什么呢？
我只能讲我看到的，我不能代表上合组织27个国家说话，我只能代表我自己作为上合组织中国的一个成员国，一个中国的一个青年代表，这种角度去讲，我认为上合组织在未来30年的发展，它的作用不只是像96年刚刚成立那样，只是建立一个反恐机制，只是为了一些领土的一些退让，大家都签署一个和平协议。现在上合组织已经是覆盖了世界1半人口的大地区大型组织，然后覆盖了1/3的经济这里面15岁到20岁的青年非常的多。所以说我认为潜力是无穷的，这些青年就是影响世界未来的青年我们一定要给他们树立非常好的思想，给他们做很好的工作，让他们成为一个对国家有用的人。
I just want to speak from my own perspective, because I cannot represent the 27 member states of SCO. But I think for the next 30 years, SCO will play a role which is much bigger compared to when the initial establishment back in 1996, only for anti-terrorism or sign some peace agreement over land. Because SCO covers half of the global population and accounts for 1/3 of the global economy. And in this organization, the young people at age of 15 to 20 accounts for a lot, and their potential is a lot. And these young people will influence and shape what the world will be like. And I hope that these young people will have the right ideology or idea or thought, and so that the young people will make contributions to the whole world.
这我想再补充一句啊，就是说呢，当然上合组织基金会它主要是服务上合组织是现在27个成员国的，但是我们不能只是自己跟自己玩呀，这个实际上不只有上合组织，还有联合国，还有北约，还有欧盟，还有美国，很多国家，还有非洲。我们的目的是我们要服务好上合组织的青年，帮助他们的同时连接非洲大陆，连接欧洲、美国，我们愿意跟任何一个尊重每个国家主权领土的，尊重每个国家是一个不论地区强还是不强的国家的这么一些国家啊，建立良好的关系。只要他们对我们友好，我们就愿意跟他们合作啊，从不同当中的文化、不同的国家当中找到共同点，找到妥协啊，为了和平。
So, our foundation, because NEC SCO has the number of the member states, about 27, and we're not only NEC serving these 27 member states, we also can NEC establish relationships with NEC outside the framework of SCO, United Nations, USA, and even African countries, so that we can serve these young people and also establish the relations with Africa, European countries, North America, and also we would like to establish the cooperative relations with the countries based on mutual respect, whether this country is large or small. As long as these countries are friendly to us, we can find the commonality among the different cultures and also bridge the differences for the world peace.
从我的角度当中呢，我觉得就是说，很多美国人、很多欧洲人觉得上合组织它的成立的初心，包括目的是为了对抗美国为首的北约。不是的，我们只是为了建立一个地区性的一个机构，为了反恐，为了和平。只是在这个和平反恐的基础上，我们现在又变成了一个地区性的国际性政治间组织。啊，就是我今天也想说一下，不是这个组织不是为了什么反抗美国、反抗西方、建立什么新的秩序、新的主义的，没有这些东西。我们希望是上合组织连接全球的有效的合作。
And also, I would like to add that from the perspective of some Americans or the people from the Europe, they would think that the original purpose to establish SCO is to be against the USA, but this is a regional organization, and the purpose is for the peace and also anti-terrorism. We would like to establish this international organization, intergovernmental organization. It's not to be against the USA or the Western countries. It's not about establishing the new world order. Our purpose is that the SCO can establish the relationships globally.Based on cooperation.
所以我还想再讲一些很重要的东西，对吧？说翻译。
Okay, I still want to add something.
就比如说上合组织基金会还有一个主要的支持者就是我的导师，他也是他是吉尔吉斯斯坦的开国总统，他当了17年的总统，在吉尔吉斯斯坦，他是5个联合上合组织成员国之一啊，就是阿卡耶夫先生，对吧？他跟我讲了很多关于这些历史啊。他说上合组织的成立是非常的好啊，他说如果没有江主席啊，他说他对江主席的印象当时就是说96年，他说江主席很果断，他觉得我们都退一步吧，好吧，我们建立这么一个机制，对不对？然后我们签署睦林友好合同，对吧？如果不签署这些东西的话，我们现有领土问题，什么阿富汗战争这那对吧，会涌入我们的国家，对吧？我们可能如果没有这些睦林友好的这些协议，是不是？然后我们的国家中国跟俄罗斯可能因为领土一句话，大国要灭掉小国，那中国怎么发展呢？所以他感谢江前主席，说江前主席非常的明智，非常的果断 啊，所以说呢，上合组织绝对为地区的和平做出了巨大的贡献。现在我觉得它不仅是为地区的和平做出贡献，它要为世界做出贡献。我们青年一代啊，我们会努力去做，一定要去做。
So, one of the supporters of our youth foundation is actually my mentor from Kyrgyzstan, and he's also the founding father of this country, and he told a lot about the history of the establishment of the SCO. Like back in 1996, he proposed to former President Jiang Zemin to establish this kind of mechanism to sign the friendly agreement in case that because of the land issue, for example, China or Russia may have some like disagreement. So he felt like gratitude to Mr. Jiang with this like wisdom or this outstanding result. So SCO is not just for the regional peace, but also for the global peace.
Thank you so much for your precious time and best of luck for the future. Thank you. तो हमारे साथ मौजूद थे SCO यूथ फाउंडेशन के प्रेसिडेंट, जिन्होंने बहुत सारी हमारे साथ बातें की और बताया कि पाकिस्तानी यूथ के लिए ये SCO यूथ फाउंडेशन कितनी बेहतर साबित हो सकती है और कितनी मुफीद साबित हो सकती है। इसी के साथ अनिला खान को दीजिए बैठक से इजाज़त। अपना बहुत सारा ख्याल रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।